This is the Canon EOS 750 35mm single lens reflex camera. When Canon produced the first EOS camera, which was the 650, it was a real game changer. The 650 was an incredibly impressive machine. That was 1987. It soon was followed by the EOS 620, again a very impressive machine. So when Canon decided to produce a third camera in the line, people were very excited. What were they going to produce? What kind of technological wonder was Canon going to produce? Turned out to be this. I suppose the logic is that there are people in the world who need to take high quality pictures but don't really need to know anything about photography, and this is the camera for them. As you can see from my wonderful informative dial at the top, I have a battery check, I have program, I have lock, which is off, I've got depth, which I'll come back to, and I've got a self timer. Yeah, that's it. Yep, absolutely, that's it. I don't have an LCD screen, I have a traditional frame counter, and on this side of the camera I have auto flash. Now if I press auto flash on here and put this back on the program, the flash gun doesn't pop up. The flash gun only operates when the camera thinks it should. So I can't actually control the flash gun other than saying, well, I'd like to use it if appropriate, or not. Likewise, the lens on this particular one is a 35 to 70 zoom, which I control through this ring here. There's no manual focus on it. I can't control the aperture at all. I just have to trust the camera. Now, trusting the camera in this case is not a bad prospect because the Canon evaluative metering system is very good. Basically it measures different parts of the scene, it judges them in terms of what would be a normal photograph and calculates the exposure on the basis of the different parts of the scene. That is really very impressive. So the bit I said I'd come back to, which is this depth function here, this is really quite odd on a camera which is clearly not made for enthusiasts. This is how it works. I focus on something which is fairly close, and there was a little beep. I focus on something that's a little bit further away, and there's a second beep. Now what the camera is going to do is try and set an aperture which will give me the closest point and the furthest point both in focus. If that's too far, it will set a midpoint which is going to keep the maximum amount in focus that's possible by the camera lens. That is truly odd. However, it's also quite funky because that is a quite advanced feature on something which is made to be as simple as possible to use. So Canon EOS 750 35mm single lens reflex camera. I don't know. I quite like it, but I'd never use it.